we are needing is Phillips screwdriver, and our safety tool is the Maestrado, the static strap to avoid damage of our component or part of the computer system. Now let's start disassembly.
And disassembling the system unit, the first step is to remove the side panel cover to open the system unit by loosening and removing the thumb screw. And after removing the thumb screw, to remove the side panel cover, just slide it. The second step is to remove the system fan, but in this system unit there are no system fan, so go straight to the CPU fan by loosening and removing the screw. After removing the screw, disconnect the connection for its power supply. And the third step is to remove the power supply by removing the screw. And after removing the screw, disconnect its connection to the motherboard by disconnecting the +4 ATX pin to its port and the +24 ATX pin to its port. In the hard drive power supply connection, disconnect its SATA cord to its port. And in the DVD drive power supply connection, disconnect its SATA cord to its port. And to remove the power supply, push it in and take it out from the system unit. The fourth step is to remove the DVD drive by removing the front panel cover. And after removing the front panel cover, push out the DVD drive. The fifth step is to remove the hard drive by disconnecting the mini SATA to mini SATA connection to the motherboard and loosen the screw and slowly take it out from the system unit. The sixth step is to remove the ROM from its bus terminal port. Unlock the lock of the terminal bus of the ROM and take out the ROM slowly to avoid damage. And the seventh step is to disconnect all the wire connection of the motherboard. The 8th step is to remove the motherboard from its system unit frame by loosening and removing the screw. But before removing the motherboard, remove first the CPU by unlocking its lock and slowly take it out from the motherboard. And take out the motherboard carefully to avoid damage. Now let's discuss the part of the motherboard. This is the bus terminal of the RAM. This is the plus 24 ATX port. This is the plus 4 ATX port. This is the multimedia port. This is the USB port. This is the built-in LAN or internet port. This is the USB port also. This is the BG port, and this is the DVI port. This is where you connect your CPU. As you can see, this is the CPU. I remove it. This is the CMOS, and this is the BIOS. This is the mini SATA to mini SATA cord. This is the CPU. This is the RAM. This is the hard drive, about 500 gigabyte. This is the DVD drive. This is the front panel cover. This is the switching power supply. This is the cooling fan for the CPU. This is the side panel cover. And this is the system unit frame where you put all the parts of the system unit.
Now I am going to assemble the entire system, and you have to follow the rules that first out, last in. Now we're going to start assembling.
In assembling the system unit, we are going to put back the motherboard because that is the last one we take from our disassembling. And now we are going to put back the screw of the motherboard and tighten it. After tightening the screw, connect the CPU to its terminal and lock the lock of its terminal. After putting back the CPU, insert back the RAM to its bus terminal and lock the lock of its bus terminal. Next is put back the hard drive to the system unit and tighten its screw. Next, insert back the DVD drive and put back the front panel cover. Next is insert back the power supply to the system unit. And put back its screw and tighten it. Now, connect all the power supply connection to the motherboard, hard drive, and DVD drive. And also the connection of the motherboard to the hard drive and DVD drive. Next, put back the CPU fan and tighten or lock its screw. And connect its power supply connection to the motherboard. Next, insert back the side panel cover and slide it towards the front panel cover and tighten its thumb screw. And now we're done. Thank you for watching.